All right. It's been nearly, I think, 10 years since I have been in Thailand. 10 years or 9 years, yeah. Married for 7 years. So I think I am in a position to give you, a couple of mistakes that people make when they come here to Thailand. Okay. Now, these are my observations. You can put your comments and let me know what do you think. Now, I would state one disclaimer that my views are limited to my surroundings because I live in Samui. So I'm not well versed with the other parts of Thailand, like Bangkok, or if you ask me about another island or Udon Thani or other places. So I'll give you my observations, the 5 mistakes that expats make after coming to Thailand, specifically Samui. And the point and purpose of sharing this with you is so that you don't make the same mistakes when you come to Thailand. Okay. Now, the reason why people come to Thailand is because they see Thailand as a cheaper alternative way to live. You can spend less, you can save more, and you can have a good, peaceful life. Um, Peaceful life, inverted commas, depends where you stay. And, majority of them come either for retirement, they want to come with their families, or there are other people who have this digital nomad lifestyle. They want to travel the world. Or there are people who are just tired of their existing surroundings and want something exotic. It's always good to have a kind of tropical, like if you see Thailand, when you Google search, you'd see beaches, pristine beaches, and mountains, and mountains, a single structure on top of a beach where everyone's there. So very Instagram filtered photographs. And then obviously, when you see the videos by YouTubers, that people are very nice and sweet, and this nonsensical rubbish that people always put, you can eat for $1 and be happy throughout the day, which you can have it for a YouTube video, or you can have it maybe once every day for a week or a month. You can't live on $1 meal for the rest of your life. Okay. Um, so yeah, people come to Thailand for various reasons, and yes, to find love, or some of them, as they call them, sexpats. They come here for a very cheaper solution for sex. Okay, and then there are others who have crossed their twilight, their 60s, 70s, 80s, and they're looking for as young girl as the age would permit. So they feel special or happy because they have the money. It's a mutual exchange between two adults. Okay, so I've given you the background as to why people come here. If you come here for any other reason other than these, I would really wonder why. Okay, so now the first biggest mistake that I see expats make when they come to Thailand is somehow they think that Thailand is a place where all their problems will be sorted out. What people need to understand is if you are in a particular place, there are a list of problems that you'll face in that country. Let's say you're in Dubai, or you are in Germany, or you are in United States. There are a list of problems that you'll face there. So when you come to Thailand, maybe you'll not face those list of problems. You'll face a whole new list of problems here. Okay. Some problems maybe you can manage. Like, for example, me being in Dubai, electricity never fluctuated up and down. I didn't have to buy so many UPS. My computers, all my computers were 24/7 on. Here, if you do that, your motherboard will get fried because the electricity fluctuates up and down. And then there is electricity sometimes it gets cut off. There's internet, sometimes it gets cut off. There in Dubai, like if I had to repair something, the guy would come, take money, fix it immediately. Here, you can call the guy and wait up to 1 week. And even if you pay him double, triple, maybe he'll not come, or maybe he will come, but he'll not do a good job. So I'm I'm not trying to badmouth the place, but I'm telling you the different challenges, set of challenges that you'll have. Okay, so all your problems will not get solved when you come here. And I think there's no worst way that people uh, plan this out or execute this than by starting a business. I cannot, for the life of me, understand why someone would do this unless you have an itch or you have extra money or you have, you're the adventurous type who doesn't mind losing a little bit of money. Coming down here to Thailand to start a business is a sure short way for you to lose all the money that you've invested. Like, I'll give you a simple example. I told you I live in Samui. Uh, I will just give you like maybe a 5 kilometer complete circle, 5 kilometer. The number of outlets that have been opened, I've seen, I'll give you just two, three shops which have opened and closed. I've seen this guy open, not this guy, means I've seen an individual open a massage parlor. He shut it down. Then he opened a coffee shop. Someone else opened a coffee shop. They shut it down. Same location. Then they opened up a travel agency and they shut it down. Then they opened up a motorcycle rental and they shut it down. Then there was this guy. He has opened a weed shop. Okay, he's selling weed because now weed is legalized, and it's already showing signs of it shutting down. So, in one particular area, I saw 5 different businesses. Okay, then if you go around, like I told you, the 5 kilometer, it has been so shocking. Like people opening the same businesses over and over again. I mean, aren't you aware of the fact that your idea has already been implemented by someone else? That you're not bringing something so new, so unique, so different that you'd be able to survive. I'm not saying that there is no business that has succeeded. Yes. Like, for example, if you search right now in Samui, there is Freezy Cow. It's run by a gentleman who makes yogurts, ice creams, milk products, pizza, pasta, everything, and is very unique because he has a cow, like a mascot. If you search, you'd find that, and that's doing very well. Okay, it's run by a foreigner. Then there is one restaurant which is here, which is Jano or Jamo restaurant. I mean, he has an incredible booklet of a menu, and everything is priced very, very reasonable. It's like you can order a club sandwich for 200 baht, which is not super cheap, but the food is really good. But even though it has a massive space. It's the owner is a Thai person. Still, you'd see 80% of the restaurant empty. It's 80% is empty. 20% there are people there. Okay, during the peak, I think once upon a time it was completely full. That is pre-COVID. Now it is only 20% or even 10% sometimes. But because he owns the land, I think he owns the business. He does not worry. They can stay. His residence is nearby. He can stay there. He can operate there. So there are a couple of businesses that have stood the test of time. There is one foreigner who's retired here with his wife. He sells, corn, okay, yellow corn. He sells that with his wife, and they sell for 10 baht, 10 or 15 baht. It's a volume-based business, and he has been doing sufficiently well enough where he's not dependent on the business, but it has, I think, for the past 10 years, I've seen him. He's still there. He sells sweets. And he must have been here for nearly 20 years. Okay. So I give you 2 or 3 businesses that have succeeded. But for every one single business example even Babu Indian Hot, I want you to search. He's a Nepali guy who runs an Indian restaurant. Very well-known brand here. 800 plus reviews on Google. He has been here for 20 plus years. Okay. But for every business, like I said, there is a whole list of people who have lost everything. I know of a guy who just opened up a business in 2 months, he shut it down and he lost all his money. I mean, I'm not even talking of during COVID or before COVID. Whomsoever opened up their business, all of them shut down. So the first point I'm trying to say is Thailand is not the place to experiment with your savings to start a business. And you might think you're very smart. People generally think that they're very, very smart. Oh, this is a third world country. Mine is from USA, modern. We have the latest technology, and I'm super smart. I'm a white passport holder. My brains are far more advanced. Yeah, you might have access to the best technology, everything, but you cannot change the dynamics of a country. And I find it so ridiculous that a, a Westerner would come and open a Thai restaurant. Why would you want to do that? It's like it doesn't make any sense. You're a Westerner. What do you know about Thai food? Okay. Yes, if you are a Michelin chef and you're working in a five-star hotel and you have years of experience and signature dishes, I can understand. But you're trying to open a Thai restaurant, and there are hundreds of thousands of Thai restaurants and massage parlors. The worst one, the biggest culprit, bar or pub. I don't know. Maybe it's in the West, or maybe in Europe or UK or Ireland, it is fun to open a bar and have your friends come over. But here, if you open a bar or pub and the taxes and the restrictions and whatever goes into it, you'll shut it down. And then there are people who try to bring pizza, pasta, Italian food. Unless it is so unique and cost effective, where you keep your costs down. Yeah, there's an Austrian restaurant. You can Google search that. He has been here for 10, 15 plus years. What makes him survive is he has an all you can eat buffet for 260 baht, all you can eat. And the amount of food that he gives, if I were to take it, it lasts up to 3 days. So much of steak, so much of meat. I don't know how does he bring his costs down. Okay. But for a normal individual, normal business to give so much of food, he's completely packed jam. Completely. There's no place. Okay. People are even ready to sit outside when he gives this buffet twice a week. Okay. But rest, all the other restaurants, they are suffering, man. And the turnover of business is crazy. So the first mistake that you can make is put all your savings or put your money and start a business in a foreign country, any foreign country, thinking that you can reinvent the wheel, thinking that you can change people's preferences, thinking that you're going to make money. Even survival, even just managing day-to-day expense will be a massive challenge. And remember, know the laws of the country. And when you're running a business, understand that in Thailand, everything is in the Thai language. You must have Thai people working under you. You must follow Thai regulations. And it's not that easy. Okay, that is why you see so many people opening a business and shutting it down. Because remember, opening is easy. Running it is nearly impossible. And the biggest one by default is having staff. The staff turnover, the staff culture, the people's mentality, it's not like what you assume is in the West. So the first one is starting a business. The second mega mistake that our expats make when they come down here is they think they can find true love easily. Okay, I've put the word easily. See, understand this much. When you're talking of different cultures, you're talking of a blend of. See, in a relationship as it is, there are two different people with two different likes, dislikes, preferences, expectations. Okay, that is the starting part. Then the next comes in tradition, culture, and family, that background, religion. And then the final bit is, if you're young and you're handsome and you have six-pack abs and you have a Chris Hemsworth kind of chest and you look like a model, yeah, you can get many girls. And if you have money, my goodness, you will get everyone else. But that is not love. That is just fun. That is just having a good time. Many people assume that after they get a particular girl, that she is truly in love with you. She is not in love with you. Any culture, anywhere, the girl is first, just as you are looking at your interest, the girl is looking at her interest. And when there are certain expectations that they have, but when those expectations cannot be met, or there is a new competitor, or there is someone else who can give you the very same expectations at a lower price or at a better deal, they will leave you. Now, where this proves to be a problem is when you have people who are in their retirement, people who are in their 50s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and beyond. They have pot bellies that are hanging up to, like the belt is holding their stomach up. They have a hairy, you know, they're saying they look ugly and old and, smoker's breath. And you get this 20-year-old or you get this girl who's half your age and you think it's love. It's not love, man. I mean, where is your common sense? Which girl, tell me, which girl in her right mind would have a dream and fascination that one day when I grow up, I'm going to have a 60 or 70-year-old man who weighs 4 times or 5 times heavier than me, who looks ugly, who smells bad, or okay, smells good, but is so fat and ugly and is like, I mean, check the ads on Thai, media, the BTS, BT bands or whatever. Everyone wants someone handsome or beautiful or attractive. Even men, when they choose a female, they want someone exotic or they want someone attractive. You think these girls don't have taste? You think these girls are dumb? You think these girls are blind? And yeah, the part of being dumb, these men think this girl is really dumb. She is mad about me. They know how to play around with you. And when you come here for the first time, you will think that the girl is madly in love with you. She'll be holding your hand. She'll be, I love you, I miss you. And she'll, hug it. And you'll think, man, in my part of the woods, in my country, nobody shows this kind of affection. Here, this girl with jet black hair right up to her back, and she's so slim and she's worshipping me. All her friends love me and they look so petite. Well, don't underestimate what is up inside their mind. They know for a fact that you being a Westerner or you being an expat, you bring foreign exchange, that lot of our problems will get solved. Lots. Money solves a lot of problems. So anyway, if she has to date, she has to do the same thing. Keep the belly and Bella happy, the stomach and what is below the stomach. So she just has to keep that happy. So why not as well do it with someone who has boatloads of money to blow? And where the problem occurs is if you're a nice guy and you really believe them, and this is where the biggest mistake is, where you allocate your money or you make them your partner legally and you give the power of attorney or you give them everything that you have and you trust them, half is yours, half is mine. You will be thrown on the streets. Okay? To find a good, I'm not saying all the women are like that, understand this much, but to find a good woman in your country or any other country is to find like a needle in a haystack. It's very like my wife. I mean, for me to get my wife, to find my wife, more than 5,000 profiles, more than I think 2 or 3 years of non-stop searching like mad. And even after 5,000 and bringing it down to 100 and bringing it down to the top 6, still I got cheated twice by the ones I thought were the best. And finally, I got the diamond in the rough. I got the perfect girl. So it's not going to be easy, man. It is going to be so hard. And the mistake that you do is trust them and you give them access to your bank account, access to your life and power over you legally. You'll regret it for the rest of your life. Don't. And remember, where money is involved, there's always, like they say, the devil. Okay? When money is involved, it is always a problem. If you want to know really if the girl loves you, my acid test is tell the girl you don't have any money. You don't have any money to give her, no money at all, only money to spend time with her. Let's see how far it lasts. Okay? And remember, any girl who has social media or multiple number of phones, well, they definitely have backup options. Okay? And I'm not trying to say that they are bad and you're good. I'm just making you aware of this. Okay? Next one. This one is kind of silly or irritating. is when you get these white guys who will suddenly wear a baggy trouser or a kind of loose shirt, and they will show their abs or their body. Some of them, I don't know what they think, not having bath is cool, or being like a Steve Jobs, without slipper, walking barefoot, and having dreadlocks and having all the Hindu kind of beads. And some of them really believe that you should not have bath. You should be natural. It's yuck. It's unbelievable. And then, okay, there are people who dress inappropriately. Like you get in an area where there are families, you'll see this female wearing a bikini. Bikini is supposed to be worn on the beach. You show your ass cheeks and your this thing. Where families are walking, it is really bad. Like just imagine you walking with your child and going to a fruit, vegetable, and fish market, meat market. Is that where you wear a bikini? Anyway, keeping that aside, this hippie culture which is there, the 80s flower power, I don't know what these people are thinking. And then they come on namaste or swadikap or swadikap. It is so bloody irritating. Yeah, so bloody. It is like these like Justin Trudeau going to India and namaste, namaste. It's like an Indian going coming down to uh, one of the Western countries. How's it going, mate? How's it going, mate? Putting on an accent. You're not going to be a Thai person by memorizing one or two phrases. Okay, you're not going to be a Thai person, and you think you're trying to blend in, or you think people are like, wow, he's so impressed with your swadikap and hey. Stop it, man. Just you think you're cool. You're not. You're not cool. You're a bloody fool. Yeah. I mean, and you get quite a number of these, whether females or whether guys. I don't know what they are thinking. They think they are the only ones who thought of this, and they're very unique. And then they have these Hindu gods photos, or they think going to the temple and trying to copy some Buddhist lifestyle makes you a Buddhist. Thai people look and they just feel it's like a horse trying to be, no, sorry, a donkey thinking that, okay, if I put makeup, I'll become a horse. No, you can't. Thai people are unique to their culture, just as you can't have someone from Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, or India suddenly become, what do you call that, Irish or British. Come on. At least the first generation. So keep that in mind. So this Gora hippie culture, and then they try to become Hindu preachers where aligning your chakras. Oh, the tantric power. Oh, the Bhagavad Gita says. Yeah, just because you read some nonsense, or oh, this dish, when you move, the vibrations of the nothingness and the cosmic rays will come and fulfill. Shut your mouth. And then there are these idiots who actually got legally in trouble. They were putting nude yoga, putting, the bum hole, putting it in the sun and saying it gives you what? Some kind of healing or something. Idiots. Okay. The next one is, I don't know if I'm guilty of this, but you get our expats and our Goras coming down to Thailand. And after staying here for 2-3 months, they become experts on how to live in Thailand. They become professionals, and they'll actually give you advice. And then the comedy bit is when they create a YouTube channel and, hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. And I'm going to give you the 4 things about Thailand. Or, okay, I'm a YouTuber myself. I'm not a hotshot. I don't have millions and millions of followers and views. I understand what you're trying to do. You want to express your thoughts. You want to share your ideas. That's perfectly fine. But 2-3 months, you can share your experience and say, this is what I experienced. But giving advice to people on living in Thailand or what to do, and the most irritating one is, which I'm guilty. I've made these videos where you can eat for $1. Or, yeah, it is fun. But just quickly search on YouTube. How many of these foreigners have made eating for $1, all you can eat buffet for $5? And some of them literally try to hype this concept to such an extent. People believe that you can literally live in Thailand eating $1 food, a bowl of rice and soup for the rest of your life. You can't, man. See, remember, where it is cheaper, you tend to spend more. This is a fact, and not only human psychology, but it's a fact. Where you tend to save money, you'll spend more. Where it's cheaper, you'll buy more. And I've been staying in Thailand now 10 years. You think I eat a bowl of rice and curry the whole day? Or I might just eat one piece of pork. And no, I want to live a proper life. My wife, who's Thai herself, does not eat $1 meal, man. Sometimes okay, thankfully she cooks at home, but she gets prawns, crabs, shells. Sometimes she buys lobster, and she is a village girl. I give them a good life. So the point I'm trying to say is, it's not all that is what is shown on YouTube. And every individual, yes, we love attention. We love people listening to us, following us, subscribing to our channel or creating YouTube channel. But the it stops being funny. Actually, you feel it's funny, but then it starts becoming irritating when every Tom, Dick, and Harry who comes to Thailand starts making a YouTube channel, and he'll give you advice on how to live and how they have a farm and how they grow crops naturally and they take care of animals naturally. There are some good YouTube channels, no doubt. There are some good YouTube channels, but there are too many of these, and too many experts and too many people giving you advice. And I'll tell you, over the long term, you'll eventually see them vanish. All the advice, everything that they gave you, they just go against it. So it's a game of longevity. Okay, so it's like, I'll give the best example. It's like a guy just gets married, and in 1 month he's giving advice on how to have a successful marriage and have children and grandchildren and be happy for the rest of your life. 1 month of marriage doesn't qualify you, boss. So, and last but not the least, this one is more of a public service announcement or more of common sense. I don't know, but expats and tourists, I think they have a feeling of invincibility. They think nothing bad can happen to them. They think Thailand means a holiday like Alice in Wonderland and you're perfectly safe. And which is shown by the way they drive the scooters without helmets. And they drive it without a shirt, with just a swimming trunks. Sometimes you'll see a girl who's butt cheeks and she's wearing skimpy outfit. Yeah, all the best with that. But okay, fine, you want to dress up like that and at least put your helmet. And then you have these Facebook groups where they literally give you a warning. Hey, they're checking for helmets. Avoid this area. Rather than telling people, put your helmets. The number of people who have had accidents and who have ended up hospitalized, whose faces have been smashed, who have who's who have experienced fractures. I mean, if once your bone breaks, you can't be back to normal. I've even met someone who lost his leg. I met one guy who's both, the your heel, right? Both his heels snapped completely. He wasn't able to walk for 5 years. Just imagine that. And then you have the number of foreigners who come here to Thailand, and then they create GoFundMe because they have had an accident. Okay, you'll say they should have insurance. Forget the insurance. Don't drive as if it's a racetrack, as if it's a holiday. There are people, trucks, cement trucks, they go at full speed. And there are so many hit and run cases. Once you get an accident, you're finished. It's terrible. And worse than that is the deaths that take place here. It's unbelievable. Yeah. I'll give you one bonus, since if you have listened to it so long. The biggest mistake that I would tell you that people make when they come to Thailand, apart from my announcement, please put your helmets and drive safe, because Thailand has the highest number of accidents in motorbikes. Highest. And if there's an accident, you're either dead or you're permanently disabled, or your life will never be the same. The biggest, I'll give you the climax, is please don't get banned substances into Thailand. Please don't get. Thai jails are the worst in the world. You can just Google search the Tiger prison. These are some of the most horrifying stories. I've read books, and it is so horrifying, the conditions where you have to literally sleep near sewage in some cases, where they have even had incidents where a guy was screaming, and when they cut, worms came out of his thing. It's so horrifying, where they literally, if they see a cat, they will eat it, cook it and eat it. They will even rise sometimes a sewage water in that. It is so terrible. I can't give you, it's too graphic. When you're aware that this is the kind of punishment you'll get in some of the worst prisons, you still bring banned substances, drugs, or you're breaking the law. Why? This is not your country, man. You want to break the law, break it in your country, no? In Australia, be in Australian jails where it's like more like a holiday paradise. There are many of these foreign countries where if you are in jail, it's more like a five-star hotel. I think Germany, or not Germany, Denmark or some Scandinavian country, inmates, they're living like a holiday. This is not five-star. Here you'll experience so horrifying a reality that you'll think it's worse than hell. Just Google search, no? Check on YouTube, Tiger Prison or Bangkok Tiger Prison. Please don't bring banned substances, drugs into the country. They have explicitly mentioned in the airport, even few, I don't know what you call it, drops or whatever, bits of powder. It's not worth it. Don't break the law, especially in Thailand. Anyway, these are the bits and pieces that I wanted to give you in terms of Thailand. So I hope it adds value to you guys. And this is not me bad mouthing Thailand or bad mouthing the Western expats, but I hope you pick up something worthwhile learning. Because remember, you can't reinvent the wheel. Struggles are there everywhere. It's always going to be a challenge. And human nature is the same anywhere in the world. Only in some places it is much more worse, where it is like survival of the fittest. I hope this video added value to you. Good, bad, ugly, feel free. Comment down below. This is me signing off. You guys take care.